Well, hello and good evening and welcome into the Hive here on the 549 Media Network. I'm Jason Groth, joined by Lance Rock as we get ready to go for a new venture here tonight at Perham High School activities as the Yellowjackets get ready to take on the Thief River Falls Prowlers here live at the Hive. And Lance, should be a fun one here tonight.
Yeah, and a new adventure in many ways, Jason, not only for us here, 549 Media, and the opportunity that it brings us to cover Yellowjacket athletics, fine arts, and beyond, but a new turn of the page for the Yellowjackets as well, as the coaching staff new, but yet brings in some of the veteran leadership of the past.
And I don't know if you did that on purpose, but great play on words with the turn of the page. It's Paige Thompson takes over as head coach of the Perham Yellowjackets. You might be familiar with that name. Longtime Holly vet and Holly assistant the last few years under Kathleen Rusted, and she's taken over the reins for the Yellowjackets, and we'll have a chance to hear from her shortly on our pregame show. But first, we're going to talk with Perham Superintendent Mitch Anderson. We're going to chat a little bit about the creation of 549 Media right after this. Welcome back to tonight's pregame show between the Perham Yellowjackets and Thief River Falls Prowlers. I'm Jason Groth, now joined by Perham Public Schools Superintendent Mitch Anderson. And Mitch, we're starting a new era here tonight with the debut of the 549 Media.
Yeah, we're kind of excited to see where this goes. We've been fortunate for the last 4 years to have a good partnership with Magnitude Sports. Kind of got us going right after COVID hit and forced all districts to really kind of force into a situation where they had to get creative and find a way to stream games because we had limited crowds back in the 2020-21 season. So 4 years, and I think we've done a nice job of providing coverage for all of our activities, including our arts performances, and now bringing it in-house, so to speak, gives us a lot more opportunities.
Did you, when COVID kind of hit and streaming became a thing, at the time was it kind of expected that this would be something that would be here to stay when it kind of hit?
You know, I think every district was kind of forced into different situations, and you probably saw that just watching and viewing other games, that someone as simple as a Facebook video feed, some used the huddle camera, so they had action but no play-by-play. Magnitude provided us something that I think soon became something people expected, and now we're hoping to continue that with play-by-play in color. And we're fortunate to have people like yourself and others in town that are not only interested but are really talented with it and have a neat insight into games and matches and things like that. So I think the future is really bright here, and we got some opportunities to involve our student body with production and some different things, and we're just, like I said, really excited about getting going with it.
You see like the support for 549 Media kind of come about?
Yeah, this started last spring with some discussions on how we can bring this in-house, and we're going to use an advertisement-based model, and I've had a number of businesses reach out interested in getting into it, and I think we've done a nice job of creating different levels of advertisement, from your basic all the way up to some a little more signature advertisement. So I think the addition of a weekly show interviewing kids and coaches and adding more than just the games is something that people are interested in, and those that are kind of maybe weary of it right now, after they see the first few weeks here and some of our telecasts, they're going to kind of see what it's all about, and hopefully we'll get more on board.
You kind of mentioned one thing there that you talked about a little bit about a lot of the streaming seems you think about as sports-based right away, but with the 549 Media, the goal is not to be just sports.
Absolutely. And, we're not going to, if we have a career tech fair here, we're not going to have a camera set up and watch 4 hours of people checking out booths and things like that. But we'll have yourself and others there to get some footage, talk to a few instructors, talk to kids, and then put that together with some type of recap. So it's gonna broaden our horizon a lot as far as going outside of just games. It's going to allow us to really tell our story from in the classroom, different programs and performances that are happening that maybe people aren't even aware of.
And now looking at the future of the 549, what do you kind of see for the next few years for this outlet?
I think, just like I said, it's going to continue to grow. We've got 4 years under our belt with Magnitude to kind of see what it is, and we know what people expect now. And I think it started off with people assuming, this will be nice for Grandma and Grandpa that are wintering down in Arizona and they can catch a basketball game. Well, we find out that's true, but it's also people getting home from our own game wanting to go back and watch some parts of the game that they wanted to see again, or maybe they wanted to find another game and see who won that one. So I think that's now the expectation. So we're going to continue continue to provide that, but then also on the academic and the art side to be able to highlight some of those programs and things that are happening at Perham schools is something that's really exciting.
Now as we're getting ready, first contest here tonight and first week of school up ahead, how are things going on that front?
Yeah, we're excited. We got our teachers back, getting ready to go. We got our buildings looking really good, and everybody. Once August hits, I think it starts to get a little more active around the school, and activities have been rolling here now for a couple of weeks. So that energy just starts to build slowly, and now we're getting to that point where we're really excited to get the year off and running, and our activities gives us just a little bit of a head start on that.
All right, Mitch. Anything else like that at all?
No, really appreciate all the support we get, and like I said earlier, if we've got businesses that are interested in being a part of this, reach out to Jason. I'm sure he'll have his contact information on here, and we're excited to kind of take off with this.
All right, well, thank you for stopping by here tonight on the pregame show between Thief River Falls and Perham right here on the 549 Media Network. And once again, we would like to thank Mitch Anderson for stopping by to chat with us a little bit here on tonight's pregame show. Again, if you're also interested in advertising, here's a way to find out on the 549 Media Network. Send me an email at jgrowth@perham.k12.mn.us, and we will get you lined up here for the 549 Media Network. Thank you for tuning in, and what's going to be a fun one tonight between the Yellowjackets and the Thief River Falls Prowlers here from the Hive. This is our first of many volleyball broadcasts in the next week or so. The Yellowjackets home on Tuesday against Holly, home on Thursday against Barnesville. And then we'll have home football action. That's Friday night when they take on the Lakers of the Yellowjackets. The Yellowjackets on the road on Friday night for football action and volleyball on Thursday. You can find those streams at perhamschools.org. Click on our activity streams. Their links are there already ready to go for you for this upcoming week.
Yeah, it's amazing, Jason, that here we are in fall sports again. Summer's wrapped up, but what a great atmosphere for opening night. You see kids not in session yet, but filling the stands and parents alike, and it's great to get back into high school sports. And again, I think there's some curiosity when you start talking about new coaching staff and a lot of graduating seniors from last year and a really talented group that took them to the section finals. There's a lot of question marks, and that, I think, a lot of times draws a lot of people's attention to see what the next set of Yellowjackets have to offer.
And I had a chance to answer some of those questions by talking to head coach Paige Thompson, and here's what she had to say before tonight's contest between the Yellowjackets and the Prowlers. Hello and welcome back. I'm now joined by Perham Volleyball head coach Paige Thompson. And Paige, starting a new era here for Yellowjacket Volleyball. How does that feel?
Really exciting, actually. We are working really hard to start our opening game on Tuesday versus Leaf, so we're getting ready for that, and we're working on finding a groove for us to take on the season.
Your path to Perham, you played at Holly, went to Minnesota State Moorhead. Can you dive into a little bit about your path and your role to becoming head coach here with the Yellowjackets?
So in college, I played basketball for 2 years, and then I decided I wanted to take on a coaching role. So the last 2 years of my college career, I coached B team at Holly. So then I knew I always wanted to be a coach, so I thought education was the perfect pair for that. So looking at jobs, I was looking at a coaching job as well, and Perham happened to have a JV and a varsity coach. So I was very skeptical of which one would be open. But then they had a teaching job open up, so I was like, yep, this is something that if it works out, this is where I'm supposed to be, and it all worked out, so here we are.
How did your past years coaching and experience with Holly help you prepare you for this role?
Kathleen is amazing. The coaching staff there that I worked with was super awesome. They taught me so many new things. If I wouldn't have been there the last 2 years, I definitely would not have been in the position to take on this role. So they have just been super helpful. They gave me the knowledge that I needed to start, and now we're all in here.
And now as a head coach, you have an experienced staff with you. Can you talk about who's with you on staff?
My JV coach is Tiffany Hemberger. She played college volleyball at Jamestown. I have Erin Moser back with us. She was the Perham's varsity coach before the previous one. So her knowledge and experience is very helpful, and it's helpful for not just me, but all of our coaching staff. My B team coach is Miranda Sasma. She played and graduated from Perham, actually, and she's just a competitive spirit that we love to have around. Yeah.
And now jumping into this new role, you're taking over for head coach Nikki Morrison. That was here for the last few years. The Yellowjackets had a nice run last year, the section finals.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself kind of stepping into that role now as a head coach here of the Yellowjackets?
Correct. We know from being an outsider for Perm, we know Perm is always one to put up a fight no matter what sport it is. So now coming into this season, there are 3 varsity returners who have played before. So just knowing that there's going to be highs and lows this season, but staying consistent and getting air free is our goal. And just being a good teammate to keep those newcomers eager to get better and work hard. But right now they're fighting for spots left and right, so it's really fun to see the competitive nature in practice.
You mentioned those 3 players, and who are some of the key players that you have coming back to this year's squad?
Greta Razor is going to be a key part of this team. She is a returner middle. We have Cam Coast coming back. Last year she played right back. This year she's setting. So she set it for part of the year last year, but now her role is changing. Addie Hackle is also going to be a key part to us this year. She was right side last year, and now we're changing her role to middle back, all of that. So those 3 will be definitely key to our success.
What are some things fans can expect to see from a Paige Thompson coach team?
They're going to see teammates being great teammates. They're going to see effort and fun. We're working on the fun because we're super competitive, and when things don't go right, we like to show it. So working towards like not showing our emotions a lot and just seeing them, they are going to give 100% effort at all times. So that's what I want other people to see from us.
You open the season with Thief River Falls. First of all, what do you expect to see from the Prowlers when they come to the Hive?
They're scrappy, they're aggressive. They actually just got a new coach the past few seasons, so she's really changed their program around. So we're ready to put up a fight because we know they're going to be scrappy and coming for us. We actually get to play them on Saturday, or we'll see them play, so that'll be good for us.
Looking at your squad this year, what are some things offensively that fans can expect to see? What kind of stuff will you look to run without trying to give away too much information?
Yeah. They can expect to see aggressive. We're going to be aggressive with our hitting. We're going to go for holes more than power. Make teams get out of system, I think is going to be huge. And then on our end, we need to have ball control. We're really focusing on ball control and getting our passers so we have options to run different things, but you can't do that unless you have a pass. So.
Now you look at the section. I know you're very familiar with it from your time playing in Holly and coaching there at Holly. And you add a couple new teams in the Heart of the Lakes Conference this year. How does that look overall for you guys?
Our conference is tough. We're going to have to fight every time we take the court. But as a coach and our coaching staff, we know that we'll get them ready for that. And we know that it's not going to be perfect and pretty at all times. But to have the players know that we have their back and we're going to push them, we'll be ready.
How's the adjustment for the girls and now actually for you as a first-time coach been the last few weeks as you get ready for the start of the season here?
The girls are awesome. So they have been buying into everything we've been saying. Our coaching staff is very on the same page, which I think is important. We all want the same things for these girls, and so we're allowing the girls to buy into what we're saying and teaching. So they talk about, we ask them like how they're feeling and all that, and they say the atmosphere, the effort is just amazing to be a part of. So that's something we want to keep from the top down.
All right. How excited are you and the team to get ready to kick the season off on Tuesday?
We're ready. We're excited.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just ready. We're going to be.
Well, thank you very much, Paige, and that's Perham head coach Paige Thompson here on 549 Media as the Yellowjackets get ready to take on Thief River Falls. And once again, we'd like to thank head coach Paige Thompson for her time before tonight's game. I'm Jason Groth again with Lance Rock, and it should be a fun one tonight between the Yellowjackets here and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. And Lance, we haven't even got a chance to thank our sponsors yet. Now we will. We'd like to thank them for all their support. United Community Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Shivers Realty, and Lakes Hardware. We thank you for your support. Without that, these broadcasts don't happen as we start the new season. And Lance, you look at these two squads, a lot of unknowns that you kind of touched on in the pregame show a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Coach Thompson did a great job of mentioning it. And I think that's one of the things, being a coach myself, you try to strive for your kids is there's a lot of things that you cannot control. It's out of your hands, that mistakes are going to happen. It's how you come back from those mistakes. How do you let one mistake lead to the next and lead to the next, and that's what's in your head, or can you turn the page? And I think one of the things that alleviates that is how hard are you working? and I think these Yellow Jackets, the way it sounded to me, Jason, what I see on the floor, are going to be built on hustle. They're going to be built on taking advantage and maybe getting teams to move out of their defense and then attack to the spot that they moved away from. So a lot of things unfolding tonight, but a lot of athletic kids on the floor tonight, that's for sure. And then Thief River being a distance away, hard to find things on them, Jason, to know what they're returning. You see some names that look awfully familiar, and so I think tonight is one of those keys for me, is who can get rid of those jitters first and turn the page on a mistake that happens and get to the next play.
Yellow Jackets last year with a 21-11 record. The Prowlers with a record of 16-13 overall, getting ready to turn the page and start a new season. We'll be back after a quick timeout here on the 549 Media Network.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Hey, it's Tucker again. Did you know? EOT Insurance Agency.
We all know you're looking through Zillow trying to find that perfect home. Better question is, have you been pre-approved for it? If you're looking at making a move this year, getting pre-approved is going to be a great first step for you. What a pre-approval is going to do is it's going to set filters on your search and give you realistic expectations on what kind of homes you should be looking for. To get pre-approved, stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com. I'm Alec Meyer, I'm a mortgage lender, and let's get ready to move this year.
And once again, welcome back into the Hive. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock. Just moments away from the start of tonight's game between the Yellow Jackets and the Thief River Falls Prowler on the start of a new era here, and what should be a very fun evening tonight at the Hive.
Yeah, great atmosphere. Haven't turned the page to September yet. Again, it's we don't want to talk too much about it, but interesting always when that year turns the page and you have to say goodbye to seniors. And it was a really talented class last year for a lot of sports. Volleyball definitely had their share. And a lot of what you look at is that leadership and who's going to step up into that leadership role. Coach Thompson talked about that you're going to have to look to a Greta Razor in the middle. And then it goes down to some young kids who are being asked to step up, and the reason why is they're young in grade, but they're the most experienced on the floor at a varsity level because it's a big transition in the speed of the game, and we see that on the football field. I know you saw it on the softball field, and you see it in every sport. that every level, that game just speeds up so much quicker, Jason. And you got to rely on the people who have seen it to help out those who haven't.
Looking at the starting lineups quick, first for the Paige Thompson coach Yellow Jackets, starting at center tonight will be a sophomore, Cameron Coast. A right side hitter is a freshman, number 2, Jocelyn Griffin. The libero tonight is a 9th grader, Sophie Nelson. The middle back is Greta Razor, a senior middle block. Outside hitter, Mari Pulver. Another outside hitter is a sophomore, Jovi Larson, and a sophomore middle block, Addie Hackle. So youth all over the court with experience, though, for this Yellow Jacket squad.
Correct. And you know, we talk about it in this day and age. There's so much off-season stuff, and that's a debate all amongst itself. But there's been a lot of court time for a lot of these young ladies, and as they get on the floor, it's just transitioning to having the stands and the scoreboard on and music playing and not being in a hot summer's gym, let alone turn the page to the fall. So I think you hope that the things that you've tried to build on the offseason now show up on in-season. And I imagine the same thing you could say is probably true for the Prowlers.
And they're led by Hannah Lund, and this is the Prowler squad. Starting as a junior, number 4, Marley Anderson. A sophomore, number 5, Kenzie Reynolds. A senior, number 8, Ava Waldall. A sophomore, number 10, Taylor Berg. A freshman, number 12, Addie Lindgren. And a junior, number 13, Sophia Tugas. Your libero tonight is number 11, Riley Browse.
Yeah, and just one name that sticks out to me is Waldall. And I think it comes from multiple sports, knowing that she's an athlete. So I think you're going to see some battle in that middle. And again, it's those little things tonight. I think, are you in the right place defensively? Are you able to get a block in? Those are the keys tonight for both squads to kind of get out on an early run and then build some momentum and calm those nerves on these opening night jitters.
Should be a fun one. The Yellow Jackets and the Prowlers. I can't believe it's already here, but it is. It is the 2024 volleyball season kicks off tonight here at the Hive. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back in just a few seconds, and we'll have your starting lineups here on the 549 Media Network.
Since 1980, more families have depended on Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. Whether it's buying or selling, Chivers delivers. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. My goal is to show you that great service doesn't go out of style like garden gnomes. At Jack Chivers Realty, we make the buying and selling process simple and stress-free. We're dedicated to guiding you through every step with ease. Find out how Chivers delivers for yourself. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
And welcome back into the Hive for tonight's contest between the Yellow Jackets and Thief River Prowlers. Now let's send it down to public address announcer Arlie Ohm for introductions.
Non-starter, number 2, Josie Peterson. Number 3, Raquela Cole. Number 6, Lila Gallagher. Number 7, Lillian Homey. Number 9, Morgan Oisted. Now let's meet the starting lineup for Thief River Falls. Number 4, Marley Anderson. Number 5, Kenzie Reynolds. Number 8, Ava Waldall. Number 10, Taylor Berg. The libero today, number 11, Riley Browse. Number 12, Addie Lindgren. And number 13, Sophia Tugas. Assistant coaches, Madeline Erickson, Vicky Moline, and head coach of the Prowlers, Hannah Lund. Oh, I'm sorry. Apology. Number 1, Jordan Hoagling. Sorry, Jordan. Now let's meet the non-starters for Perham. Number 4, Devin Solberg. Number 9, Sam Mosla. Number 10, Kaylin Ortner. Number 11, Chesney Esser. Number 12, Natalie Flatto. Number 15, Reagan Hemberger. Number 16, Maddie Kunza. Number 19, Kyla Wolf. And number 21, Rena Keldor. Let's meet the starters. Number 1, Cameron Coast. Number 2, Jocelyn Griffin. The libero, number 3, Sophie Nelson. Number 6, Greta Razor. Number 7, Mari Pulver. Number 13, Jovi Larson. And number 14, Addie Hackle. Assistant coaches, Aaron Mosier, Miranda Sazama, Tiffany Hemberger, and Tashi Garber. Head coach, Miss Paige Thompson. Good luck to both teams, and let's play some volleyball.
Well, thank you again. That's our Leon with our starting lineups and introductions here at the Hive as we get ready to go between the Yellow Jackets and the Prowlers here on the 549 Media Network. We thank you once again for tuning in tonight to the debut. What should be a fun year here on the 549. I'm Jason Gross with Lance Rock. Just moments away from the start of this one. Again, it's Cameron Coates, Jocelyn Griffin, Greta Razor, Mari Pulver, Jovi Larson, and Addie Hackle for the Yellow Jackets. The Prowlers with Marley Anderson, Kinsey Reynolds, Ava Waldall, Taylor Berg, Addie Lindgren, and Sophia Tugas. Riley Browse to libero for the Prowlers, and Sophie Nelson, the libero for the Yellow Jackets. She'll get ready to come in right away as we get set for this contest here from the Hive to kick things off in the 2024 volleyball and athletics sports season.
Yeah, officials doing the last-minute check here to make sure everybody's in the right position. Looks like Sophie Nelson will be coming in right away using that libero role, coming in whenever she wants to.
In the back row.
Yeah, in the back row. And
she'll come in for Jovi Larson.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for us. By the end of the year last year, Jason, we kind of had rotations down and knowing, and now this year, again, a lot of new faces, and let's exciting time for both teams and for 549 Media. As here's our opening serve.
Riley Browse will serve. She comes in for Marley Anderson to kick things off. Browse, a freshman. And we're on our way with the first set of the year. Pass up ahead to the right side. Addie Hackle with the first kill for the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jackets strike first on a kill by Addie Hackle, and we expect to hear that a lot this year.
That's a great start for the Yellow Jackets, and part of that's led by excellent passing right off the bat on the serve, and that's not something you always get right out of the gate on the first attempt.
Hackle with a strong serve. Now it's pass here, attacked in the middle with the hit attempt by Waldall, sent over by Pulver. Browse there. They're going to set for the near side off the hands there of Lindgren, met by the Yellow Jacket block. Now the Prowlers go with this tip there from Waldall, and the Yellow Jackets are called for in the nets, and now we're all knotted at one.
Yeah, unforced errors, Jason, in any sport are going to not be, and you don't like to see that happen, and the Yellow Jackets get their first one, but I think you're going to hear a lot of Hackle. You're going to hear a lot of Waldahl tonight. Nice job by Razor trying to get that quick tip back over the net and catch Thief River off guard. Nice job of Thief River getting back on defense.
Lila Gallagher to serve with a strong serve there, and she gets the ace serve in front of a diving Sophie Nelson, and the Prowlers take their first lead of the night.
Yeah, how important that service game is, Jason, and it shows right there as a nice knuckleball type attempt again.
Set far side, Razor into the block, gets it down for a kill, and Greta Razor with her first kill tonight evens it at 2. Sophie Nelson will now serve. Coming into the front row will be Jovi Larson. Exiting will be Mari Palmer for the Yellow Jackets. Strong serve along the far sideline. Played though, and now it's set near side into the block there on the kill attempt by Peterson. Now set here to the left for the left-hander, Josie for Jocelyn Griffin, and she gets it off the block. And Griffin with her first varsity attack.
Great job by Griffin there, but excellent double block to set that up. They turned the hands, got it back into court instead of going out of bounds. Here's an excellent short serve.
And put down with authority by Waldahl. So back and forth early going, 3-all on your 549 media scoreboard.
We can tell we're in the late stages of summer, Jason, as we're battling the sun here at the Hive, believe it or not, going down through the big window pane.
Another short serve. Nelson comes up, plays that coast with the set for the back row attack, but Hackle sends that long. Yeah, it's that time of year, and remember in many of the basketball games that bugs shooters, but normally it's gone by this time of year.
Yeah, in winter we'll be longing for the sun. There's another unforced error, and again we're riding the teeter-totter of I think some opening night jitters, and we talked about 2 young teams battling it out here.
That was Morgan Oistad on the service there. Now Reagan Hamburger is getting ready to come in. She will come in for Jocelyn Griffin. So we go freshman for freshman here in the back row, as Hamburger will serve. Very young, and that's one of the things Paige Thompson said right away. Grade doesn't matter. And she serves that right away with a nice serve there. Does Hamburger get some reeling? The Prowlers will have to send it over. It's blocked at the net, and it's Greta Razor there with the block.
Yeah, nice play by the Yellow Jackets, and I like how they're moving on the floor right now, Jason. Nobody's standing still. They're getting it after it on the defensive end.
Blocked at the net, now regrouped by the Prowlers. They'll go to the other side. With the kill there is Josie Peterson, and neither team able to kind of get the momentum going early as we're knotted at 5, all square in our first set. Now we'll be serving, will be Ava Waldahl. Waldahl right at Nelson. Passes it up. Hamburger sets it there. That's Coast. Will send that over. Now the back set. Nope. Set pushed over there near side Nelson. Hamburger with the pass for Hackle in the back row attack. Sends it long. Once Addie Hackle dials in on that back row attack, it'll be a nice weapon for her.
Right, and that's that nervousness, jitters, a little bit extra on it. I think maybe this first set, Jason, is going to be won by who can string 3 or 4 together, as there's an ace serve.
Another strong serve by Waldahl. That's the player you touched on in the pregame show. That name has been synonymous with Thief River Falls sports for years.
Exactly, and maybe this is that run that Thief River's looking at. Look for the Yellow Jackets going to somebody right now, and they're going to go to Hackle.
Set there, sent over by Peterson. Yellow Jackets will send it back with Coast. Waldahl passes it up for Peterson. Peterson softly tips that over. Nelson to Hamburger near the far side there, and a down for a kill for Jovi Larson, the sophomore outside hitter, with a kill to stop the run to make it 7-6.
And just my early look, Jason, if you run your offense well enough to get a full swing, you seem like you're scoring. If you don't and you push it over, it seems like the defense is winning that battle. So look for whoever can get their full swings in here.
Block at the net. That's Peterson again. But it goes out on the block attempt. 8-6 to score. Now coming in to serve will be Tugas. Another familiar name for the Prowlers as they lead 8-6. In set number 1 here live from the Hive on the 549 Media Network. Hamburger with the set for Hackle into the block and down for a kill for Addie Hackle.
And again, you can see her when she slides to that front row. That was kind of her role last year. She looks very comfortable coming from a side attack, and nice swing for Addie Hackle.
Jovi Larson with the serve. Now Pulver. Pass it up to Hamburger. Back for Coast. Coast dug up nicely, though, by the Prowlers. They keep it alive, but send it wide and out. And the Yellow Jackets have now tied it at 8. Again, it's that feel of who's going to take control and go on that little run.
Kind of interesting there. Coast starting as the, off the net. Starting out as the setter, she swung on that one. Reminds me a little bit of Jaden Hackle from last year, being able to be multi-faceted on the court.
4 hits eventually called. And Thief River will take the lead 9-8. Here in set number 1. Now serving will be Taylor Berg for Thief River Falls. And the Prowlers as they lead 9-8. Pass over the far side. Pulver goes long. She hits that one deep. That's now a 2-point Prowler lead.
And it looks like the Yellow Jackets aren't quite getting that roll off the wrist that they'd like, Jason, to be able to get that thing to snap down.
Nice double block at the net on Hackle's attempt. The Yellow Jackets send it over softly off the block. Nice save there by Razor to keep the point alive, and I believe it was Coast that finished it. And now Jocelyn Griffin will come in, and Cameron Coast will serve. Coast, nice strong serve at Browse. She sends that over, but out of bounds on the hit attempt. And we're all square once again at 10. This has featured several ties. Strong serve again. Browse digs that up. Softly head over. Pulver saves it. Now Hackle with the left hand gets it over and drops it down. And the Yellow Jackets take the lead.
And that's one of those plays I think Coach Thompson talked about, Jason. It may be not the prettiest to go back and look at, but it was pure effort and pure hustle, and then hit it where they're not. More so than power is what she said in the pregame. And that was a shining moment of her approach right there.
Coast with the set in the middle for Hackle, and she finds the far sideline, drops it down for a kill, and the Yellow Jackets now lead by 2. Prowlers can't afford to let Hackle to get on a roll when she's in the front row.
Both coaches, Jason, you can tell it's a young team. They're working extremely hard in a positive way, trying to rally their troops each time.
Nelson with the pass to Coast. Now Pulver for the kill. That's dug up, sent over. The Yellow Jackets will have an opportunity. This time they go to the lefty Griffin. She sends that over, but it's dug up nicely that time by Tugas. Sent over there, Coast. Now Hackle with the set. Now Griffin will have to push that over. Down in the middle on the attempt by Anderson, but she misses wide, and the Yellow Jackets now lead 13-10. And now we're in that conversation, which I always brought up last year's timeout territory.
Yeah, you wonder, you don't want to get it too far away, but you also, it's so early in the season, you want to see how your kids battle. So I would say it's a couple more points away, but there saves that timeout as a nice open shot right in the middle of the floor.
Cuts it to 2. Riley Browse will now serve on your 549 Media scoreboard. Strong serve there. Coast sets it there for Hackle. Passed up by Tugas. Browse now to the front row. It's sent over, but it was out on the sent around the pin on the attempt by Lindgren, and it gives the Yellow Jackets 14-11 lead.
I don't know how great my camera work is, Jason, but you can see the pin still moving there, so you know that it was hit at some point. And again, those are the things the Yellow Jackets are going to look back and get on film and go back and look at. You got to follow up an error with a point of your own, and I think we talked about that a lot last year. That makes the difference in a lot of these games is, can you follow up somebody else's mistake and make it a run for yourself?
Prowlers will serve. Nelson steps up. Coast with the jump set for Pulver. Pulver just tucks it inside the line. She mishit it, but got enough. And the Yellow Jackets lead by 3.
Right, and that was right on the line, and you probably couldn't have thrown it in a better spot. And a big point for the Yellow Jackets to try to extend this lead here. First time it's been to 3 in a long time.
And into the net on the service there. And that's, I think, one thing that will drive any and every coach crazy is a net serve.
Right, control the things you can control, and that's what you want to do. You want to be a good free throw shooter. You want to, do those things well on the basketball floor. You want to be able to serve well, or at least give your team a chance.
Oistad now serving for Thief River Falls. And there, Larson with an attack attempt. Far side, they go for the kill. Josie Peterson has come up big off the bench for the Prowlers. It's 15-14.
Right, and I have that as her third kill coming off the bench, and sometimes that's the spark you need here, and it's really cut the gap for the Prowlers.
Tough serve to Nelson on the ace there for Oistad, and just like that, we're all square at 15. A few points ago, I was talking about a Thief River possible timeout. They've rallied back without the timeout at 15 all.
Exactly, and that's what we talked about, seeing what your athletes can do.
And now it's 16-15 after the miss hit there. And now that question might go to the other side.
Yep. And again, a little out of sequence here for the Yellow Jackets. And I think it starts with that initial serve receive, and you talk about that a lot, Jason, how important that is. And Addie Hackle does a nice job and gets the Yellow Jackets set up.
Through the block, Yellow Jackets were in the net, but it was Berg on the kill. And it's 17-15. And Paige Thompson, first-time head coach with a veteran coaching staff, is doing some coaching on the side and getting the girls ready to go for this point. And this serve coming up from Oistad, who's got the Prowlers on a roll, and another strong serve. It's got the Yellow Jackets rolling, has the Prowlers in their offense. In the middle and down for a kill for Waldall. It's now 18-15. And there's that timeout. The Yellow Jackets take a break. We'll take it with them here on the 549 Media Network.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
Well, welcome back into the Hive. Out of the timeout, the Prowlers lead 18-15. They've been on a nice run. It was 15-12 at one point in favor of the Yellow Jackets. They've rattled off 6 straight. Once again, another strong serve. Now Hackle the back row. Dug up nicely by the Prowlers, now sent back over. Set there for Larson. Brous there to dig it up. Pass near side. On the attack there by Berg. Yellow Jackets, Larson again. Dug back up off the block. Sent over Waldall. The soft direct. Now set for Griffin into the block. Prowlers, they're underneath on the hits, on the illegal hits, and it's now 18-16 as Griffin comes up timely there for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, it's a left-handed swing, Jason, that really seems to be making the difference. And I think if you can come from a different angle like Griffin's able to do, it kind of catches that defense not in their normal positions.
Hemberger now on to serve. Peterson skied on that one. It was blocked back. She sent it over, but Razor sends that one wide and out, and Thief River Falls extends it to 3 in set number 1.
And we always talk about those earmarks of getting to 10 and then to 20. And I don't know that if you're the Yellow Jackets, you can really afford that 4 to 5 point deficit just being as young as you are. So key point right here for both teams.
Left hand sent over that time. Prowlers in the net, and going into the net that time was Berg. Cuts the lead to 2. Now Greta Razor will serve. And the Yellow Jackets, young squad, 3 players back from last year's section championship runner-up team. And a whole new era of the head coach. And the Prowlers into the net that time was Peterson trying to save that one on a nice block at the net by the Yellow Jackets. Cuts it to 1.
Yeah, again, good defense by the Yellow Jackets, getting up to get a hand in the face and then making it really tough on the Prowlers. And what a teeter-totter of a game we've had so far.
Nice strong serve by Razor, and we're knotted at 19. And now the Prowlers, after seeing the Yellow Jackets scores 3 straight, have elected to call timeout. We'll take a quick break.
Since 1980, more families have depended on Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. Whether it's buying or selling, Chivers delivers. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. My goal is to show you that great service doesn't go out of style like garden gnomes. At Jack Chivers Realty, we make the buying and selling process simple and stress-free. We're dedicated to guiding you through every step with ease. Find out how Chivers delivers for yourself. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
Welcome back into the Hive. Set 1 rolls on. It's 19-all. Yellow Jackets and the Prowlers squaring off as they've got a timeout on the floor called by Thief River Falls. Then we'd like to thank our sponsors for making these broadcasts happen. But first of all, also like to thank and congratulate Jamison Miller and the Perham Yellowjacket tennis team. They continue to roll. They pick up 2 big victories today to improve to 7-0. They knock off Long Prairie Gray Eagle by a score of 7-0 and defeat Thief River Falls today by a score of 5-2. And the Yellow Jackets off to a strong start. Once again, Jamison Miller and staff has the Yellow Jackets rolling in the right direction. That's Peterson with a nice kill attempt there. It's now Larson that sends it over. Browse with the dig. Pass again to the middle. Put down, but the Yellow Jackets, can they save it? Hemberger does. Kept in. Set here on the near side. Far side, it's just inside. And a big kill there for Taylor Berg. And the Prowlers with a big point there make it 20-19.
And kind of interesting on both sides there, Jason. Coach Thompson takes a timeout for the Yellow Jackets. They make a run back. Same thing for the Prowlers off the timeout. They run 2 nice attacks. So the kids are responding well out of the timeout situations.
Hackle pushes that wide. It's now 21-19 Thief River Falls. Kind of interesting seeing this. You get an insight a little bit watching the coaches on their timeout path. As viewers may have known from the past, that's always been something I talked about a lot. The Yellow Jackets into the nets. It's now 22-19. Another tough serve and an ace there for Tugas. It's 23-19. And there it is. Yellow Jackets will use their second timeout. We'll take a quick break here in the 549 Media Network.
I like coming to work for the customers and my coworkers. Every day presents an opportunity to help someone new and another new story from a coworker that makes us laugh. It's pretty fun.
It's a great atmosphere. Everyone gets along great. Our bosses are fantastic. I work at the Frazee location. We have a great atmosphere every day.
I think people should come to work here because we have a great time. We care about our community and our customers.
Well, welcome back into the Hive. Thief River Falls trying to close in. They're on a 4-0 run, leading 23-19 with Tugas at the line to serve.
It's been the service of the Prowlers that have really given the Yellow Jackets a little bit of fits here in the first one, and that's about the only thing. And a nice serve received there by the Jackets.
Hackle. Now the Prowlers are running, blocked it to net. Hackle. The Prowlers now get a chance to regroup. Nelson with a nice save on the far side. Larson sends it over. Played there by Oistad. Now they're going near side, sent over. That time on the attempt by Berg. Now the Yellow Jackets come back with Larson again. Set near side for Berg, and she gets a kill and avoids going into the net. And no, she went in the net.
There was a definite hesitation there by everybody, even the crowd, and so we just let it play out, but point to the Yellow Jackets. First night for everybody, Jason.
Sophie Larson will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Larson with the jump serve. Nice one, and miscommunication there by the Prowlers on the serve as Larson serve cut right through the defense. It's 23-21. And Larson will serve once again. Yellow Jackets hoping to stave off this run. They put it into the net. And it's now set point for the Prowlers, leading 24-21. Serving will be Taylor Burke, the sophomore, for the Prowlers. Berg on a short serve. Nelson, tough return. Punches that up. Razor saves it. Now Hackle sends that over. The Prowlers with the opportunity, but a tough pass up front. Now into the middle and buried for the kill by Marley Anderson. And the Prowlers take set one by a score of 25-21 here on the 549 Media Network, and just a strong start. Even for both teams for a bit, but the Prowlers were the ones who were able to take control and went on that nice run.
Well, and I think I mentioned it earlier, but I'll mention it again. I think it was the difference was the Prowlers' service game. And again, the Yellow Jackets, they had a little bit of trouble on the defensive end, serve receiving. They also had trouble, Jason, I didn't write it down, but too many net serves and giving the ball and a point right back in the rally scoring right back to the Prowlers. So look for the Yellow Jackets to kind of try to clear up those two things. And sometimes it's just as simple as getting the nerves out and moving your feet a little bit more in the back row to set yourself up for a better angle. But again, you mentioned it earlier, Josie Peterson with 3 kills off the bench really sparked the Prowlers in that first set.
She brought the energy and the firepower to that first service, or to that front row, I should say. And it was interesting to see that she's not in the starting lineup, but it might be with the rotations and how they play it. And it worked out well for head coach Hannah Lund and the Prowlers in game number 1.
Right, and you knew, we talked about Ava Waldall. She had 3 kills and an ace, and you knew what you were going to get out of her. I think it's those second and third, not much different than we talked about in the basketball end of it when we talked about who's going to be those secondary scorers, who's going to give you that other punch. On the Jacket side, Hackle with very unofficial stats here, but with 3 early kills, and the Yellow Jackets kind of still looking for, they got multiple girls with an attack kill, but not someone stepping up to take that second role, Jason. I think that's another key part is how do we service, serve, receive, and getting that next person on an outside or inside hit.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back with game number 2 here on the 549 Media Network. The Prowlers take game 1, 25-21.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction. Your vision, our team.
Welcome back to the Hive, 549 Media Network, proud to bring you coverage live of Yellow Jacket activities. Fun venture, we thank you for tuning in. And we'd like to again thank our sponsors, United Community Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Chivers Realty, Lakes Ace Hardware for all your supports. And if you're interested in advertising, please send an email to the email on the screen, jgrowth@perham.k12.mn.us. We have a variety of packages to get you on board and support 549 Media. We're here for set number 2. It's the Yellow Jackets of the Prowlers. PA announcer Arleon going with the right song with the Eye of the Tiger to get everyone fired up for set number 2 and see what kind of bounce back mentality that the Yellow Jackets have.
Right, and just kind of an interesting side take for me, Jason, was out of the set timeout, Yellow Jackets were back on the floor pretty early, and kind of the girls regathered after the coaches talked to them. Thief River was in their huddle for maybe longer than the break was actually meant for. So kind of a two different approaches here, and again, we've got some adjustments happening, and the libero will come in for the Prowlers. But two different kind of strategies going on right now, and interesting kind of cat and mouse game here between the Prowlers and the Yellow Jackets.
Both liberos getting ready to come in. Serving to start game set number 2 will be Cameron Coast. Front row, Griffin, Pulver, and Hackle for the Yellow Jackets. Razor and Nelson for the Yellow Jackets along with Coast. Prowlers along the back, Berg, Riley Browse, and I believe that's Addie Lindgren. Up front, Kenzie Reynolds.
Hard to see here,
Waldall and Sophia Tugas.
Right, and as we wait for the officials here, they're trying to organize some things and straighten out things. How do both teams respond? How do you respond to winning a set? How do you respond to losing a set? A lot of new faces for both teams. And again, this is what early matches are meant. We'll see how both teams come out of the chute.
Coast with a very nice serve, and she starts it off well for the Yellow Jackets as they jump 1-0.
Sparks the student section from the Yellow Jackets.
Ghost with the serve. Browse up ahead. Near side in the middle. Waldall goes wide with that one.
One thing I noticed even in the first set, Jason, Coast had a really wicked serve. It's coming line drive over the net. Now watch, she'll float one, but she's picking her spots and moving around. And just as I say that, she does float one. And I know you don't believe in it, but I guess the jinx of the announcer's still alive.
I'm starting to believe in it a little bit more with my run here the last few weeks and everything I've said in our amateur baseball dugout and the opposite happening, and now here with that one right there. As the Prowlers will serve, trailing 2-1 here early going, set number 2.
It's maybe one of those spots you out-trick yourself. If something's working well, stick with it.
Hackle sends that one over. Now Razor. It's Coast. Into the middle, Hackle. Double block. Read well by the Prowlers. Near side now, Griffin pushes that over. Prowlers regroup. They send it over. Yes, they do. Dug up there. Nelson for Hackle the middle. Browse saves it. Quickly pushed over. Reynolds there. Now Coast with the set in the middle for Hackle. Defensively, the Prowlers are sharp in this second set. A miss hit, but to go into the net. And a tough break for Thief River Falls, but the Yellow Jackets will take it. As it appeared that they were going to get that point. But they go into the net, it's now 3-1.
Great scramble by both teams, Jason. And again, nobody can doubt the effort in tonight's match. They're both working the whole area of the floor, and it's just who's getting the better swings right now or coming out on top.
Missing outside. Oh, tucking it inside the line. Now, whoa. Wait, now we got a call of out. We had a call of in and a call of out, and it's overruled. It's going to be 4-1. I believe the chair umpire overruled the line judge on that call, and it is now 4-1. The Yellow Jackets on that ball on the far sideline. It's one we'll have to check back later on the 549 Media Network. Hackle with another strong serve off the tape. Set near side, now push over right in the middle is Josie Peterson. She finds the opening and buries it, 4-2.
And that was a changeup kind of in the middle of the floor, and Peterson had been swinging really well, and I think the Yellow Jackets were setting up for another deep hit, and that one kind of fluttered about the H and Hive.
Hackle backs it up to Coast. Now the back row attack off her hand and down. Maybe getting a piece of his Berg. It don't matter. It's 4-3. As now serving will be Oistad. So I don't think that one was getting over.
And I believe Oistad was at the service line when a major run happened for the Prowlers in the first. Was served just like that.
It was one of those where communication was key. Sophie Nelson was kind of caught. Do I go for it? Do I not? And the last second decided to go for it. And unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, it didn't work the way they wanted. And now the Prowlers have come right back at 4-4 after trailing. Set in the middle. Peterson retimes, gets the kill in front of a diving Cameron Coast.
And that's been the setup right now. Oistad with 3 aces in my unofficial stats, and that's the 5th kill for Peterson. So they have both. It's this rotation right here that's been the most dangerous for the Prowlers and been the hardest to defend for the Yellow Jackets.
Good read that time. Hackle and Nelson. They let that one go long, and now we're tied at 5 here on the 549.
Probably a little sigh of relief there to get Oistad off that service line, get the Prowlers moving to a different rotation here for the Yellow Jackets. Nice serve.
Short serve there by Nelson, as you said, Lance. Very nice one. Gets that one. And the Yellow Jackets in their offense, and Razor there. Emphatic kill with that one, and she thanks Cameron Coast for the set as Razor buries it.
I might be wrong, but that's the first quick I've seen all night, Jason, and that's something, it's a confidence and it's a timing thing, and that looked really nice for the Yellow Jackets.
Peterson, short, there's Coast. Now Hackle up ahead for Griffin. Griffin sends that over, now near side they're going. And attack and down, a nice block at the net. Jocelyn Griffin, nope. Yes, it is the call. Jocelyn Griffin with the block on Berg. Makes it 7-5. First night for everyone, right, Lance?
That's right.
Nelson with that short looping serve and save, but out. Nice attack again. That time it was Lila Gallagher, excuse me. I like this depth and balance of this front row from Thief River Falls overall tonight.
Yeah, there's more than one girl swinging. I knew we'd get that another long out on forced error by the Yellow Jackets. I knew what we were going to see out of Waldall, but seeing the likes of Peterson and Gallagher, and you kind of named it, this is a good thing for the Prowlers.
Tough serve there as goes wide, looking for the far corner, and it's out on the serve attempt there by Waldall. Now the Yellow Jackets will bring in Reagan Hemmiger to serve as Griffin will exit. It's interesting to see, you think about with a young team like the Yellow Jackets, it really doesn't look like there's a lot of first night jitters tonight. You know there were some, no matter what. Nice serve by Hemmiger there, but Peterson sends that wide and long, and It is out. Yellow Jackets lead 9-7. The ref pointed both directions, so I hope you caught that on the monitor on the screen. Peterson again. Hackle up ahead. Now Razor readjusts, sends it over. Set near side. Nice kill attempt there by Berg, and she gets it. Taylor Berg is another one of those, a sophomore having a nice night. Makes it 9-8. Now a substitution coming in to serve. It'll be Tugas for Thief River Falls.
Seems like the Yellow Jackets right now, Jason, are struggling to get that separation points. Like they get up, they might be up by 1 or 2. It's getting up by 4 or 5 that really seems to just elude them, and it's I'm still going back to the service of the Prowlers as there's another ace.
Tugas that time with the ace serve. So we're all square at 9.
I have that as the 9th ace as their team. That's a healthy bit of playing for the Prowlers.
Larson sends that one in the first row. And it's now 10-9. Prowlers have taken the lead. Another strong serve. Hamburger with the pass ahead. Tough play. Larson, though, and the Yellow Jackets get a key point there to tie it at 10. As Larson saved that one, sent it over, found the opening in the Prowler defense.
Right, just quick reaction there. Nothing that was in series or in their offense, but just a nice play there by Larson.
Razor will serve and sends it long. I have a hunch that's something first-year head coach Paige Thompson might lock in on.
It's certainly been the Achilles heel tonight of the Yellow Jackets taking advantage of getting the serve receive back.
Hackle with a strong attack there and gets the kill. That's tied at 11, Addie Hackle. Now Kyla Wolf will come in. She will serve. Mari Pulver checks in as well for the Yellow Jackets. Kyla Wolf getting her first action. Wolf into the net.
First jump serve of the night, I believe, and you can see why they would bring her in. It had some good heat on that velocity on that serve, just a little bit higher in some of those early jitters as first time in the ballgame.
Hemberger to Hackle. She goes short with it there and stung up by Tugas. Softly sent over, diving in his Razor just to keep it alive. Hackle sends that over. Now tap Nelson to Hemberger. Near side coast, just misses the far sideline. Does coast, and it's now 13-11. And the Yellow Jackets kind of in that area last game where Thief River Falls went on a little bit of a run and took control. It did end up being 19-19 at one point, but the Prowlers rolled back as Pulver keeps it alive. Hemberger now looking for Pulver. Pulver into the double block, they keep it alive. Hemberger now for Hackle. Hackle blocked again. And having a night in the middle, Ava Waldo with another block, and the Prowlers lead by 3. And there's a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. Prowlers with the momentum. We'll take a break. The 549 Network.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Well, welcome back into the Hive. Yellow Jackets, and a thing you talked about earlier in the first set, the Prowlers out quickly out of the timeout. The Yellow Jackets now taking longer in the timeout.
Yeah, and again, I think it just goes back to a few things, Jason, and the service game of the Prowlers has been strong tonight, and again, the Yellow Jackets, when they get that first serve receive and the passing's crisp, they're looking pretty sharp. When it's not and they have to scramble, that's when we're seeing a lot of errors. So that's early season volleyball, and especially with the young team. Well, let's see how they improve set by set.
And out of the timeout, the Yellow Jackets. Well, a nice one there, make it 14-12. Now Coast back, Griffin in, Coast to serve. Strong serve there by Coast. But perfectly set up for the Prowlers that time, Lindgren. Now in the middle, Hackle gets that down just in front of a diving Tugas in the back row, and the Yellow Jackets cut it to 1.
5th kill for Hackle on my unofficial stats. Very unofficial. But again, it's a good sight to see the Yellow Jackets get her involved and get her rolling in this second set.
Near side, Razor. Now set far side, Pulver off the block. Rouse saves it. Sent over. There's Nelson. Now Griffin again. Off the double block. Gets it again. She's going to try it again. But dug up nicely that time by Reynolds. She read that one well off the hand of Griffin, even on the second attempt. Coast now Hackle. Hackle too far, but it might have been tipped. No, it's not. It's out. And it's 15-13.
On the stat sheet, somebody I think who's swinging really well tonight at the volleyball, Jason, is Pulver. And it seems like she's had really good swings, just a little better defense by the Prowlers right now. But I think she's someone now building some steam here, and you can see that confidence building as every chance opportunity she gets.
Tough break there on the set. And that error leads it to a point for the Prowlers, 16-13 here in the second set. The Yellow Jackets hoping to keep momentum, get some momentum on their side. They dropped the first one, as you can see by the score 25-21. Now Griffin, she can be a spark plug. Did a nice job sending that one over, but the Prowlers with their defense are outstanding. That one sent just long. Prowlers want to tip it to net. They're not getting it. And it's 16-14. And now serving Addie Hackle. Hackle into the net. And with such a young squad, also comes a lot of it is the learning and pressure moments playing through that. Hattie Hackle's been there before, but a lot of the other girls on this roster really haven't had that experience.
Yeah, and there comes a point, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get as many points as you can for your team, but there comes a point now you got to give your team a chance. And it's kind of like you talked about amateur ball, telling a pitcher, pitch the ball because you got a defense behind you. And I think that's where the Yellow Jackets are at. They can't keep giving up these points and allowing the Prowlers to make a run.
18-14. Prowlers with the serve. Now Hackle sends it over. Set in the middle, down Waldall. Ava Waldall makes it 19-14. The Yellow Jackets going to make a substitution. Maddie Kunza is going to check in. She's going to check in for Hackle in the back row. Kunza is a defensive specialist. And it's another sophomore.
Pretty common theme for tonight, Jason.
Another strong serve right at Kunza there and test it right away. And there's a point to make it 20-14. The Yellow Jackets thinking about a timeout. They're not. And now serving will be Morgan Oistad. Oistad to serve. At Kunza, nice return there that time. And Razor gets a chance to wind and fire, but it's blocked at the net by Peterson. The Prowlers keep it alive. Peterson. But it's tipped. And it's 21-14. And a touchdown lead for the Prowlers. And now Hackle will come back in. The coaches saw something. They made a quick adjustment. And it's now 21-14. And again, serving is Oistad, who's had a strong night. And now we have a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. We'll take it with them here on your 549 Media Network.
I like coming to work for the customers and my coworkers. Every day presents an opportunity to help someone new and another new story from a coworker that makes us laugh. It's pretty fun.
It's a great atmosphere. Everyone gets along great. Our bosses are fantastic. I work at the Frazee location. We have a great atmosphere every day.
I think people should come to work here because we have a great time. We care about our community and our customers.
Since 1980, more families have depended on Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. Whether it's buying or selling, Chivers delivers. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. My goal is to show you that great service doesn't go out of style like garden gnomes. At Jack Chivers Realty, we make the buying and selling process simple and stress-free. We're dedicated to guiding you through every step with ease. Find out how Chivers delivers for yourself. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
And right now, right back to live action. And Razor with the illegal touch. And it's 22-14. Prowlers closing in on set number 2, looking to take a 2-0 lead on your hometown Yellowjackets. Once again at the line, Oystan with another strong serve. Now Pulver, far side, gets the kill. Mari Pulver with a huge kill for the Yellowjackets. And now coming back in will be Kyla Wolf to serve for Pulver. Now Wolf's going to exit, and coming in will be Jovi Larson, but Nelson will serve. Nelson to serve. Played there, blocked at the net. Razor kept alive. Razor in a battle at the net, won by Waldo. And the Prowlers, they have much of the night, winning the little battles, and they lead 23-15. Set 2. Now serving will be Waldo. Waldo. Nelson. Coast backpedals, gets there, but it's buried at the net by Marley Anderson, and set point coming up for the Prowlers. They lead 24-15, about to go up to 0.
And it seems like both set 1 and set 2, Jason, it was close to that 17-15 score, and then run both sets by the Prowlers. Just too much for the Yellowjackets tonight.
Griffin sends that over. Near side and killed by Taylor Burke. Prowlers take set 2, 25-15. They lead this match 2-0 on the Yellowjackets here on the 549. On the 549 network, it's Thief River Falls up 2-0, 25-21, 25-15. We'll take a quick timeout here on the 549 network.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
We all know you're looking through Zillow trying to find that perfect home. Better question is, have you been pre-approved for it? If you're looking at making a move this year, getting pre-approved is going to be a great first step for you. What a pre-approval is going to do is it's going to set filters on your search and give you realistic expectations on what kind of homes you should be looking for. To get pre-approved, stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com. I'm Alec Meyer, I'm a mortgage lender, and let's get ready to move this year.
Well, welcome back into the Hive. We'll get a chance to see what head coach Paige Thompson and the Perham Yellowjackets have up their sleeve, trailing 2-0 to Thief River Falls as we get ready for set number 3 here between the Yellowjackets and the Prowlers. We thank you for tuning in. If you're interested in advertising with us here on the 549 Media Network, make sure to send me an email at jgrowth@perham.k12.mn.us, and we'll have information for you on how to, there you go, I got that right now, on how to advertise and join the 549 Media Network. We're looking forward to a fun season. We have several broadcasts coming up, volleyball as well as football during the fall. We'll transition into the winter sports season with girls and boys basketball as well as wrestling, and then we're working on a plan for spring sports, hopefully with baseball and softball for sure on the 549 Network in the spring.
Right, and we'd love to have you join the 5-4 Network team and the great group of sponsors that we already have, Jason, on board with us, and we appreciate them for getting us live and on the air for tonight's matchup. And interesting to see now a lot of life on the Prowler side, Jason, and how do you regroup when you're down 2-0? And those are things that you can't answer in practice. You have to be on the court and see how everyone, what their energy and effort is, and good job by the Yellow Jackets scrambling right there.
Riley Brown starts it off, sends it long, and the Yellow Jackets will have their first serve, trailing 1-0 or leading 1-0 here in set number 3 in the best of 5. Addie Hackle will now serve. One thing I like to see, the Yellow Jackets seem pretty loose and upbeat, still trying to compete. They're battling, as you said, and have touched on all night tonight, Lance. A Hackle into the tape. That's one of the frustrating ones for the Yellow Jackets, is that service game.
Right, and you talked about on the other side, the Prowlers, you got to be impressed with their front court, and we talked about their service game. Peterson with 6 kills, Waldo with 6, Berg with 5, Anderson with 4. So they've spread the ball around nicely for early. You kind of thought maybe it'd be a whole lot of Waldo. But this has been the name of their game right now, and it's their ace serves and their ability to move it around and put their serves where they want it to be.
Prowlers now up 2-1. Razor backs up, plays that one now, set for Razor. With just misses long. Head coach Hannah Lund was all over that call for Thief River Falls, makes it 3-1. She had a great angle of that line, and the serve is another good one from Gallagher. Now Razor has to regroup, send it over. Set near side, over the net by Lindgren and down. And Thief River Falls off to a 4-1 lead, hoping to make a quick trip here to Perham and the drive back even quicker.
And that's been the toughest part for the Yellow Jackets in their defense right now, Jason, is that gap kind of at the 3-point line, right in the middle of the floor. Any kind of change-up has really caused them some grief, and they're not able to scramble to get there.
Nice work at the net and the block by Razor with Pulver next to her, and the Yellow Jackets get the block, make it 4-2. Now Nelson will serve. Nelson. Nice short serve. She's been strong when she gets it over with that short serve. Prowlers were reeling on that one, and a miss hit makes it 4-3. Key is those keeping that Nelson serve out of the net for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
Right, and I haven't kept service errors or unforced errors, but I'm sure that's things that Coach Thompson is going to want to clean up, and that's why it's early in the season.
That's the good thing about the grind of a season. You got a lot of stuff to work on, and you get to pick it up and learn right away when you face your first real competition. I know these teams, as Paige Thompson touched on earlier in our pregame show, had scrimmaged each other earlier in the week. You don't really put everything on the table in those scrimmages, and then you build forward as Larson punches that over.
Right, and in the sport of volleyball, I think one of the unique things is a nice rally there and another kill for the Prowlers are the day-long tournaments that they get involved with. And I think you can make a lot of changes. You can get a lot of ladies involved in the tournament, and you can really grow. It's almost like a day-long practice, and I know the Yellow Jackets are involved in a few of those. And that's where I think you're going to see growth come out of is you go somewhere, you spend all day or all weekend together, and that's how your team kind of gets that camaraderie. So as those come on, I expect you're going to see a different Yellow Jackets team by the end of the year as well.
Well, one thing we've always touched on in the past has kind of been the KLN Invitational as one that seems to be a tournament that gets teams on a run. Last few years it's been Holly that's come out a year on a run in that one, but now it's Thief River Falls running right now, leading 7-4. But it seems you build up to that, and a lot of things you can take away. And you can see the coaching staff tonight discussing a lot of things. They'll pick up a lot of things. There's still a lot of game left in this one, though. A nice, short, low serve there by the Prowlers. And 2 hits called against the Yellow Jackets since 8-4.
And you brought up that KLN tournament. That's really a good one, and they've changed the way it's played. They bracketed in the last year or so, and it's really a unique tournament when you start to bracket. You see some really good teams, not only from 8AA, but 6AA. And, a lot of those schools, they like to kind of mix because you bring the best out of each other. And I know it's a good one, and it's a day jam-packed with volleyball, but a lot of great volleyball to watch.
Razor with the serve. Miscommunication. Hemmerger was trying to get to that one. She got tripped up by Hackle. It's now 9-5. I was going to touch on there too, Lance. A couple of things we've seen in this set that's been un-Prowler-like tonight is a couple of service errors. But now Tugas will be at the line. Hasn't really affected them as they lead this one 9-5. Another strong serve. Just as I say, they go the other way with another very strong serve.
Right, and I think, you're looking for combinations, right? And I'm not the greatest volleyball mind, I'll be the first to, but you're looking at who can play the back row together, who complements each other on these back row parts. And that's, you can't replicate this in practice. You have to get out on the game court and see it happen.
Kyla Wolf now back in. Shortly will be in. Razor will exit. Short serve there, Larson. Hemmerger near side for Coast. Off the double block, the Prowlers keep it alive. Set in the middle, pushed over to the near side. Hemmerger dives. Now Nelson. Larson will send it over. And off the net, but saved by Coast for the moment. Thief River Falls put the foot on the gas in set 2. They haven't taken it off here in set 3, leading 12-5. Now serving will be Tugas. Off the tape and down, it's that kind of
when
way.
Things are going, they're going. And one of the things that I've noticed, you can see out of the Prowlers, they're just playing relaxed now. And again, the Yellow Jackets are still trying to find their way, where now the Prowlers are just letting it happen, and they're swinging well. So again, it starts again with good service, and serve receive is something the Yellow Jackets are going to be working on. I'm positive in practice.
14-5. We got a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. We'll take a break here on the 549 Network.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Welcome back here to the Hive. 14-5 in set 3. The Prowlers lead by 9. And out of the timeout, the service goes wide. And now see if the Yellow Jackets use this to get some momentum going. Now serving will be Jovi Larson. Larson to serve. And she gets an ace. And the Yellow Jackets have cut it to 7. Larson, the sophomore, to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Another nice serve by Larson, but the Prowlers able to set that one up, kind of, as now they are able to keep it alive. Yellow Jackets with an opportunity, jump set, but no one there. Now Razor sends it over. Look like they're trying to set up your favorite slide. But that's buried, and the missed opportunity is buried by Marley Anderson. And Thief River Falls makes it 15-7, excuse me. Now serving Taylor Berg for the Prowlers.
Berg's had a really nice night for the, and then there goes that Jinx again, had a real nice night. I was just going to say she had a couple ace serves, 6 kills for the Prowlers. And again, now the Prowlers are leaving the door open for the Yellow Jackets. So let's see. It certainly is a game of runs, and it has been early on. Let's see what the Yellow Jackets can do.
Coast with the serve. Nelson, Coast, the jump set there for Hackle. Pushes that over and down for a kill. That's 15-9 with Hackle with another kill. So we're in set number 3. Perham and Thief River Falls were even for much of the first set, but Thief River Falls went on a late run, pulled away, earned a 25-21 victory. They took control of set 2 early and led 25-15. Have kind of done the same here in set 3 as we're at 15-9 in your reset, and another kill there. This time, Kinsey Reynolds.
Yeah, like we talked earlier, Jason, just getting a lot of people involved at the net, and really a tough team to kind of defend across there.
Rouse to serve. Near side, sent over by Hackle. Rouse dives, saves it. Now coming up, Razor put down, but Hackle keeps it alive. Now the miscommunication on the hit there is a break for the Yellow Jackets. They now trail by 6.
Little comeback here by the Yellow Jackets. We'd like to thank our advertisers tonight. UCB Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Shivers Realty, and Lakes Ace Area Hardware for sponsoring this event and all of the events that are coming your way here on the 549 Media Network.
Into the nets. Yellow Jackets on a bit of a run, 16-11. I think we're going to have a timeout shortly. Hanlon's, nope, we're going to play through it.
Nice run. You've tried to call about 4 of those tonight, Jason, and you're about like I am, 0 for 4. But Yellow Jackets with a little life here, and you can see a little spring in their step. So, again, if you're the Prowlers, I don't think you want to leave that door open too long. Nice hit there by...
That's Griffin with the big one there. And there's a lot to be said about the 2-0 dominant start leads to a letdown in set 3. That happens a lot, and that's just natural, it seems to be, in this game of volleyball.
Well, that and then getting up early in set 3, too. I think you just kind of, it's not that you're trying, you just kind of emotionally let off the gas. And a really nice setup by the Yellowjackets, and if that one would have went their way, but nice setup for Razor there in a middle hit. And I'd like to see some more of that quick game, and I'm sure we will as this year rolls on.
Well, the Gallagher will now come back in and serve. Hackle plays that one. It's put down at the net by Addie Lindgren, 18-12, and now we touch on the Prowlers letting up for a moment. Now they've rallied to take 2 straight points and now lead 18-12 and stretch the lead back to 6. Set near side. Pulver puts it down for a kill. Mari Pulver for the timely kill. And the Yellowjackets, I can tell, I think you're playing. I talked about it in set 2. I didn't think the nerves were there much, but that they were playing tight. They seem to be playing much more loose now.
Right, and sometimes maybe it gets to that point of the nothing to lose mentality. But I thought Pulver's swing has swung really well all night tonight. She just has, the defense by the Prowlers have just picked it up, but I like what she's doing.
Yellowjackets within 4. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
I like coming to work for the customers and my coworkers. Every day presents an opportunity to help someone new and another new story from a coworker that makes us laugh. It's pretty fun.
It's a great atmosphere. Everyone gets along great. Our bosses are fantastic. I work at the Frazee location. We have a great atmosphere every day.
I think people should come to work here because we have a great time. We care about our community and our customers.
Welcome back. Sophie Nelson with that short serve. Good receive, but the Yellowjackets will have an opportunity to cut into this lead right here at the net. Razor, no, it's saved there by Peterson. Now set up for Waldall. Coast punches it up, but it's out. And Thief River Falls now leads by 5, which has been their magic number a little bit in this third set. So now serving will be Morgan Oistad, and it's not who the Yellowjackets want at the service line.
Absolutely not. And coincident or not, it's been that 14 or 15 point range for the Yellowjackets every time that this has happened in the game.
And a great set there. Coast dug down, set it up for Razor. She directed in the corner, but Hackle with the serve receive that started it, and the Yellowjackets cut it to 4.
Nice job. That's been the quickest we've got the Prowlers out of that rotation tonight, Jason, and let's capitalize now.
Maddie Kunze will serve, the sophomore. Steps up that low line drive serve, and another nice one. Peterson, though, dug up and saved there by Kunze. Yellowjackets get it over Larson, and it's out, and what a break for the Yellowjackets. Miscommunication. Larson punches it over. The Prowlers end up sending it out, and it's now a 3-point game. And once again, if you need an answer for Thief River Falls, it's in the form of Ava Waldall.
Right, and she's been the person every time that kind of puts the stop to a run by the Yellowjackets.
Waldall makes it 20-16. Now she will serve. Nelson, Coast, back set for Razor. It's down and a kill. 20-17. The Yellowjackets trailing by 3. Both teams have one of those timeouts remaining in their back pocket. Razor will now serve. Razor to Browse. Set near side. Lindgren sends it over. Coast with a set for Larson. Larson just misses long. Paige Thompson, Yellow Jackets hoping for a tip. They're not getting that call either. It's 21-17.
And that was close on that shot by Larson. I like she took that full swing there. Shows the confidence she has in herself.
Sophia Tugas now to serve. She's had a strong night as well at the line. And misses long on that one. 21-18, Yellow Jackets just hanging around. Need to go on a little bit of a run here. As Larson will serve. The jump serve just misses the far corner.
It's been back-to-back serves each way that just a little bit long. And again, now we're getting to the point the Yellow Jackets can't give up anything here, or it's going to get to be really, really tough for them to make that comeback.
For Hackle left hand. Little collision, but still nicely played by Tugas to keep her concentration and focus. Now the set and miscommunication. And a timeout. 23-18, Yellow Jackets trailing. Set number 3. We'll take a break.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
Welcome back to the Hive. Out of the timeout, a quick one. Yellow Jackets now trailing 23-18. Prowlers looking to end this one in 3 and head back up north to Thief River Falls. The Yellow Jackets will be home again on Tuesday against Hawley. That is a non-conference clash. That will be on Tuesday night. That far side, Pulver. There it is, Lance. You've been calling her name a lot tonight. Mari Pulver with the big kill there again.
She's really swung well again, Jason. That was a great in-sequence, in-series type action by the Yellow Jackets. And I think those are the things you're going to build on. And I think as that confidence comes, you're going to keep seeing more and more of that.
Cameron Coast with the serve. It's over. Now far side for Pulver again. Browsey keeps it alive. Now she'll send it over. Razor up at Coast. Coast sets it there for Griffin. She pushes it over. Now it's buried by Pulver, but blocked. But the Prowlers are in the net. It's 23-20.
And again, I think it came, the official called extra hits, and I'm not sure. It looked like it went over the net, contacted, but no replay, so on we play.
Go set for Hackle, left hand. Dug up there by Tugas. Nice double block there by the Yellow Jackets. That's 23-21. Timeout, Thief River Falls. We'll take a break here on the 549 Network. Yellow Jackets trying to come back. Trailed by 2.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Welcome back to the Hive. Jason Groth with Lance Rock. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Hope you're enjoying it here on the 549 Media Network. Prowlers lead 23-21. Yellow Jackets with the serve and the momentum. Neither team has a timeout remaining. Old school country night here live at the Hive.
Yellow Jackets have Coast at the service line. She's maybe been the most consistent of servers. I'm looking for the Prowlers to probably go to Peterson or back to to Waldall here, trying to get a couple of their big hitters involved.
Pulver keeps that alive. Now back to Mari Pulver. Blocked at the net down. It's now set and match point for Thief River Falls. And serving will be Riley Rouse.
Marley Anderson on that block, and that was a huge one, Jason.
Griffin with the return. Now Hackle blocked, sent over Pulver and down, and the Yellow Jackets have life at 24-22. And Hackle to the service line. Larson in as Hackle will serve. Deep serve played out of system now, and we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can capitalize. Razor in the middle and down for a kill, and the Yellow Jackets have closed to within one at 24-23.
I like they took that free ball back, Jason, and they just went right on the attack. And they had a definite purpose of what they were going to do. They wanted to get Razor on that middle hit, and she just buried that one.
Still set and match points. Hackle to serve. Nice serve, Browns. Backs up, it's down. It's a tie game. At 24, the Yellow Jackets have rallied back, trailed at times by as many as, I believe it was 7 or 8 for sure, and the Yellow Jackets have now tied it at 24.
Have to love to see the fight, and that's one of the things you take away as a coaching staff is how hard these ladies have battled tonight.
And then a long serve to send it out.
Well, she was flirting dangerously with that end line with the first 2 deep serves, and she was going for the home run again. You got to kind of like that instinct in Addie Hackle that she was going for the victory, definitely wanting to put the Yellow Jackets in the lead there.
Lila Gallagher to serve. Set and match points. Nelson up to coast. Now Razor has to regroup. Sends that over. Well, Prowlers will try to capitalize. They're unable to. Pushed over. Hackle up ahead. Coast with the set. There, Griffin steps up. Saved by Browse. Sent back over. Hackle's there. Coast underneath. Up ahead. Larson punches it over. Here's Browse again. Now the set near side. Off the block. Saved by the Yellow Jackets. Hackle pushes it over. Browse saves it. Set here near side. Off the block and down and a kill. And it's Ava Waldall who calls game for Thief River Falls. And the Prowlers win 26-24.
And we were kind of just waiting for somebody to get a clean hit there, and it ended up being Waldall. Surprise, surprise. And we talked about that, Jason, how well she's played, and you had to get the ball to her, and they certainly did, and she knew what to do with it.
A nice victory tonight for the Prowlers. They earn a 3-0 victory, 25-21, 25-15, and 26-24 tonight over the Yellow Jackets in what was a thrilling third set. The Yellow Jackets may have lost 3-0, but they didn't go down without a fight, and they battled back, and that's something that the Yellow Jackets can definitely take from tonight.
Well, and I think you take that into practice tomorrow is look how we came back. And a lot of teams may have given the matchup for loss when they, like you said, 7-8 to 8 point difference there. They certainly did not, and then they battled it right to the end.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll have your post-game show here on the 549 Network.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
We all know you're looking through Zillow trying to find that perfect home. Better question is, have you been pre-approved for it? If you're looking at making a move this year, getting pre-approved is going to be a great first step for you. What a pre-approval is going to do is it's going to set filters on your search and give you realistic expectations on what kind of homes you should be looking for. To get pre-approved, stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com. I'm Alec Meyer, I'm a mortgage lender, and let's get ready to move this year.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Well, welcome back here on the 549 Media Network. Jason Groth with Lance Rock. We're now joined by Perham's Greta Razor. Tough battle tonight against Thief River Falls. First, overall, your thoughts on the contest with the Prowlers?
I think that we worked really hard, and we're ready to come in the gym tomorrow and work hard to prepare for Wadena, because that's going to be an even harder game. But it was a good game to start with, a good team to start with. I think we play pretty similarly. We switched up our lineup a little bit halfway through the third set. I think that helped us a little bit. So we're going to come in tomorrow and work extra hard and prepare for Wadena.
I think that's always great. I love your attitude and where you're at, and being a leader and being one of the only seniors on the team. What do you think the strengths are of this team? What do the people out there, what are they going to see night in and night out when they tune in to watch the Yellow Jackets play volleyball?
I think they're going to see a very scrappy back row. We're pretty disciplined, I would say. We have really strong middles that swing away and have a lot of power. So we like to use our middles. We like to utilize that. Our back row's getting there. Our serve receive is getting there. Our outsides are getting there. But I would say that Sophie Nelson really hustles.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I see is you have a lot of fun out there as a team.
Yeah, totally.
And how does that make you better? Is it just the communication part, or what? When you guys are playing your best, what can we look for that we know that this is the best the Yellow Jackets can play with? Is it the fun? Is it?
It's definitely the fun. Paige has always told us, go out there and have fun, work hard, but have fun. Without enjoying the game, it's really hard to really just play your best if you're not trying to enjoy the game as well. We have that goldfish mentality, I like to call it, which is, goldfish have pretty short-term memory loss, so I like to focus on that a lot. Mosier will say that all the time, goldfish mentality, and we'll just move on to the next play and flip a switch, and we're ready to go for the next ball.
And Greta, is that kind of what keyed that nice comeback and rally that you guys had in game number 3?
Yeah, I would say that. Mosier talks about goldfish mentality all the time, and I know our back row really thinks about that, and our sophomores and our freshmen who are out there playing with us have worked their butts off to get here, and they're outplaying some of our juniors and seniors. So they're working their butts off.
Now, tonight, what are some things that you take away? Is, like you said, you get ready for it doesn't get any easier for you guys when you get ready for a very tough Wadena Deer Creek squad on Thursday.
Yeah, we have Wadena, which we met in the section final last year, and we lost in 4. But they didn't lose much. They have a very, very strong front row. They have a very strong back row. That Montana Carson, she's really going to get everything up, so we have to be prepared for that. And they have that Peyton Gravel. She's a powerhouse for them, so we're going to have to commit to every single block, which we've been getting better at. But yeah, that Jocelyn Griffin is really getting to every block, and we're really using her, and she's been a powerhouse for us so far.
I love the goldfish mentality. We wish you nothing but the best coming up against Wadena.
Thank you.
Hope to have you up here. Next time victory, right?
Yeah,
goldfish
totally.
mentality.
Yeah.
I think we all need that.
Yes.
Thanks for stopping
Yeah,
up
of
and
course.
interviewing with us, Greta.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Yellow Jackets. Greta Razor right here in the 549 Network. We'll take a quick timeout and come right back here at the Hive between the Yellow Jackets and Prowlers.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
I like coming to work for the customers and my coworkers. Every day presents an opportunity to help someone new and another new story from a coworker that makes us laugh. It's pretty fun.
It's a great atmosphere. Everyone gets along great. Our bosses are fantastic. I work at the Frazee location. We have a great atmosphere every day.
I think people should come to work here because we have a great time. We care about our community and our customers.
Well, welcome back here to the Hive as we put the final touches on tonight's broadcast. The Yellow Jackets drop a tough one, 25-21, 25-15, and 26-24. Got to give a shout out to Greta Razor for swinging by tonight on the post-game show. And I like what she talked about, the Ted Lasso, be a goldfish mentality, and that's what the Yellow Jackets, as Greta harped on a bit, they're going to be priding themselves on that, and they're going to have to do that when you look forward to Thursday night when they got Wadena Deer Creek.
Absolutely. They're going to face top competition, returning section champions. I love that she had already turned the page, Jason, and I think if you're Coach Paige Thompson and you've been preaching positivity, you couldn't ask for more out of your leader coming 4 minutes after a defeat, and what she brought and what she talked about. And what I liked was teammates first. You didn't hear much about Greta Razor. You heard about her teammates. And that shows the kind of program that's building here as we get going. And the best is yet to come. With a young squad, you know you're going to build and build and build. And I liked what I heard from Greta, and it's going to be interesting to see. And you know, she quoted Coach Aaron Mosier. I'm going to quote Coach Rob Mosier, who always said iron sharpens iron, or steel sharpens steel. Well, when you're going to go up against the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines, that's what you're getting, coming right up in a one short practice and then going again.
Well, we thank you for tuning in tonight. The Yellow Jackets fall 25-21, 25-15, 26-24. If you're interested in advertising on the 549 Media Network, here's how you can do it. Send an email to jgrowth@perham.k12.mn.us. We'll get you set up and get you hopefully on the air to join our broadcast. We thank you for tuning in and our sponsors tonight for making these broadcasts possible. United Community Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Rivers Realty, and Lakes Ace Hardware. We thank you for coming on board and helping kick off the 549 Media Network season here tonight at the Hive. For Lance Rock, I'm Jason Groth. We thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.